football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
For a spot in the NFC Championship game, this one is underway. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Sending the tight end in motion left. Nix off the play action. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he can run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair, an eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making.
3rd down, here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They've got a man in motion. 1st down, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Receiver in motion, headed right. Williams to throw on 3rd. Complete out to the right side. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Lions will go on offense. Williams to throw on first. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. They put a receiver in motion right. Throwing again on second, Williams. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down. Working from the gun, Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. Throwing on first down, Nix. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Play action with Nix. Escaped out to the left. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And he's short the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit. Tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets or on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
Man in motion here. First down throw by Williams. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Pass cut, 9-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. 3rd and goal, it's Williams. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. They'll run here on first down. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. I thought we were coming here to call an NFL game today, partner, but this has me smelling peanuts and hot dogs. This is starting more like a baseball game. We got a 2-0 score here, still in the first.
Kind of like a little pitcher's duel, too, right? I mean, just one of these games, and if it starts this way, who knows where it goes from here, but I do know this. It's a confidence builder for a defense. When a defense can go out there and not just get a stop, but put points on the board, man, does that usually infuse them with energy to come.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 8. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Running back sent in motion. Now Williams. Cook calls it in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. We've got a close one here. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Pass complete to Cook. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing it again here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
The 24-yard line.
From the 24. Brought in close to the 8. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down from the red zone. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. He was downfield in a hurry, hoping to help with the play, but that effort cost some points as the penalty wipes out that touchdown. Williams will look to throw. He's got it! And in for the Detroit touchdown. So this solid first half continues from. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions push the lead to 2 scores now. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Carolina offense headed out now. In their last drive, reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Lions have it as he records the first interception of his young career. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Second and 3 now. Receiver in motion, going left. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Design bootleg here. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. The Lions readying for the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he gets him around 6 there. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. Managed 6 on the play, bring it up 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Carolina in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Lions more than happy to take over in enemy territory. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion. Williams to throw on first. He beams one deep right. They connect on the deep shot. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions keep their drive alive and reach Pater 1 play later. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions take a 16-point lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. On 1st down, they'll run. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Handoff on 2nd and short. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Nix. This one taken in by Chase. And this one does not go far.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Nix looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. Connects with Cook. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Hits him on the out route. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Out of the pistol, Williams. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. They send a man in motion. Working from the gun, Williams. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that gives the Lions the 1st. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions with a chance to add to their lead. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Williams from the gun. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Dumped off to his running back. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm. And a nice little gain on top of it.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Lions calling a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Williams. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Williams set to pass. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference.
And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our 2nd half gets underway. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Lions and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46. Brought in right side. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Man in motion, headed right. Williams to throw on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, Williams. That finds Ayuk, complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the Panthers' 26-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. Cook calls it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
At that down the distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 16 at the 25-yard line.
This is Cook. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. A 4-yard run, but it doesn't help a ton. It's 3rd and 12. They've got a man in motion. 3rd down. Here's Williams. He's got it near the 8. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To throw, Williams. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Cook. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
To throw is Williams. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers set to take the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds his man Chase. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Carolina.
Nix from the gun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Play action with Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. On now comes their punter. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And a fair catch made here at the 17. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 11-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Throw left side, complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
From the gun on 3rd down. This gets the first and more. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Now Williams. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He gets 6 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first. Williams from the gun. Brought in by Ayuk. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Connecting on the slant. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Lions football. If they can hold this lead, they'll continue this postseason run. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They send a tight end in motion. This is Cook on the handoff. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Another one for Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Williams on the play action. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Returning it from the 4. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Nix. Getting out to his left. Now he takes it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw it on first down. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Setting up a throw. Pittman's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Catch made over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. Third down. Back to throw now. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up fourth down. It's Nix out of the pistol. He connects downfield on 4. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers trail by 22 now. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Now it's Cook. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 36. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Williams to throw. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Cook. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And this one doesn't go far. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Williams. Looking for... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's now a handful of sacks for the defense and a handful of bruises for the quarterback. Consider this, Kate. Truly elite defenses in this league, well, they average just over 3 sacks a game during an entire season. You put up 5 in a contest, you're playing like one of the league's best.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Nix now to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's got Harris. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. Desperation time here on fourth. Complete here to Bowers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Completes this one to Chase. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll throw again. Nix. This one taken in by Chase. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Finds the in route complete. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Panthers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They kick the running back in motion. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick, just couldn't hang on though. And this drive lives on to see third down. Nix from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he goes out a little short of the 40. First and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Into a crowd and intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll run it with Cook. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Now run by Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. So it's one for the win column for the Lions. And their run through the playoffs has reached the penultimate stop on the tracks. The conference championship game next week. And they're going to need the same type of effort from this game, Brock, to carry forward to reach the end of the line and earn that Super Bowl appearance.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we get to watch Nico Collins. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Texans and the Cardinals under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no...
About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go here on a Thursday night. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
Again, it's Benson. He'll manage only a couple. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle. A tough spot here. Third and long. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Dell motioning over. On first down, it's Stroud. He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got the first down and more than that.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Stroud to throw here on. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. That's the safety, Budda Baker. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Cardinals. And the defense comes up with the first point to this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
Rodrigo Blankenship on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. And in motion, it's Diggs. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick six earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down. Maybe Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. That's Henry To'oTo'o on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Murray. He finds Dyami Brown. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Benson. And he'll have the 1st down. We'll get him up around the 37.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Murray. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Benson. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. Murray going to hand this to Benson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Murray now. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-3 is our score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Benson. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. That's Henry To'o on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride, his tight end. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back set to go once more. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently 2nd in that category. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Looking downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Stroud going to set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it will fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. That's to his tight end, Schultz. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up third down. To throw is Stroud. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. That's Daquan Jones getting in there to bring him down. So on fourth down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Donovan Peoples-Jones back to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the Pitt product, James Conner. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. They'll go again here to Conner. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's to the right side and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
He'll get that to Wilson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Now a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, they go with Benson. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Now Murray on 1st down. A throw on the move is caught.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That's taken in by Brown. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll run. Here's Benson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Now, Murray on the bootleg. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. To throw is Murray. Here's a screen set up for Benson. He is in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, and that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point is up and through. And the Cardinals move out to a 21-3 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Man in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on second down, Stroud. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. They'll break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the outside. He's got Diggs.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. Right back to Dell. He's got it again. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 3-score game.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. First down throw for Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That one is good. And the Cardinals going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. First and 10. Throwing is Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. And in motion, it's Diggs. Stroud to throw here on first down. Taking off. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. Mixon has the first down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A second down throw for Stroud. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Houston.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans are able to cut into the deficit. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. On first down, it's Murray. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Second and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And the Cardinals first down.
A give, here's Benson. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Murray looking to throw. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's good for the Cardinals first down.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
Now give up the middle. It's Benson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Third down, 3 to go. They'll run here with Benson. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he gets this up to the 42.
You know, we spend a lot of time praising the running backs, and deservingly so. But oftentimes, it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he will get into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans back within 7. It's 24-17. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Tackle there by Will Anderson. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Murray in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Danielle Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Back-to-back gains of 10 yards and back-to-back first downs. Handoff, and it's Benson running right. He'll take this down inside the 30. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Murray gonna fire this one out to Harrison. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Now, Murray on the bootleg. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal. Murray will throw. That is caught, and he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line, so now it is 4th and goal. Murray throwing on 4th down. Over the top, he's got it. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Arizona. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end, Schultz. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Slot man in motion right. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They will work the middle with Mixon. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On 1st down, it's Stroud. Over the middle, he's got the tight end, Schultz. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the give, this is Mixon. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. Man in motion, it's Diggs. Back to throw, Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
So it's a win for the Cardinals. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say, so long from Glendale.
It's Week 11 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Lions and the Jaguars, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end U doesn't happen with it. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Jacksonville comes out with the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback. 6'6", tall and talented. Greg, hard to believe already this season 4 for Lawrence after his days at Clemson.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
To say he found a pretty good rhythm last week, I think, Mike, is a little bit of an understatement. I mean, he single-handedly accounted for 30 points after throwing for 5 touchdowns in last week's win. He had a couple of interceptions, and those are obviously concerning, but it's a little bit easier to live with the picks when you can get that sort of production out of your passing game. Look for him to keep slinging the rock all over the field. Cut down on the turnovers. He can do that. He expects to lead his team to another victory in this one.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. Now they'll set up to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught by Gibbs. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Jags offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He gets this one complete to Reynolds. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Lawrence. A throw on the move is caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Here's Logan Cook now. We'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Just a nominal gain there to about the 9-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Gibbs. Whoa! And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
That's the gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll look to throw. Into the hands of Brock Wright. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Back to the air one more time. The throw here is complete. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Quickly to Laporta on the RPO. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. Off he, and he's in. Touchdown, Detroit.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Keelan Robinson to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He's got that to the rookie first-round pick, Brian Thomas. We are through one. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Lawrence. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
2nd down and 3. Play action now. It's Lawrence. He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Ingram able to get open. Makes the catch. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A first down throw for Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Lawrence. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Brian Thomas, touchdown Jaguars. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Williams on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. About set for our next drive. I want to take a peek ahead what's coming up later tonight. Sunday Night Football has the Colts and Jets AFC matchup at MetLife Stadium. And then tomorrow night on Monday Night Football, it's down to the Lone Star State for an in-state battle. Texans and Cowboys at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. They face 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A gain there of 15. First down, Detroit.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
Pass interference. Defense.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one taken in by Reynolds. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They go play action for Lawrence. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
At their 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That's on the all-pro tackle, Penei Sewell. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. A wide open receiver downfield. This one is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 21-7 lead. Duvernay on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and it looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Lions offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Back to throw. To the outside, that's St. Brown.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
High throw, but it's reeled in. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. Whoa. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Offside. Defense.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Now a signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
First and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So we've reached, and hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. On the return, it's Williams. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's a short one caught by Laporta.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it.
Pass interference. Defense.
First and 10 now from the 36. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he is on the chalk, stepping out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 3 on the play. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
It's 2nd and inches.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction. Defense.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. That is caught, side of the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. That's a 2-touchdown game for them. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with ETN.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll run it once more with ETN. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. So, 4th down, and on comes the rookie, Cam Little, for this Jaguar field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
They'll
4.
bring St. Brown in motion. He'll look to throw. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And he will go all the way. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend this third quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Lawrence.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Gibbs. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. A couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. That's on the outstanding tackle, Penei Sewell. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Gibbs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. The quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Jaguars 1st down.
Now here's Lawrence. This pass is caught by Thomas. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Lawrence. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. In motion comes Thomas. To throw is Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is knocked away downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. They'll run for it with Etienne. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on 4th down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And it's looking like the win streak to start the year is going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one off. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 24-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll be taken down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
A short game, down to the 7.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up. Out of the gun, he'll throw, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd down, Lawrence. This one taken in by Reynolds. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. In motion comes Thomas. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And
they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Jaguars ready to put this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On third down, they go with Gibbs. The Lions will punt this ball away as he's standing right around his own goal line. Accelerating toward midfield. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So it's a win here for the Lions. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.